at the Caltrans and CHP, just looking at the highways, and clearly it's bumper to bumper going. All the lanes are north now on the major thoroughfares. But fortunately, we haven't seen any major accidents or chain reaction accidents, and that's good news. So people are being somewhat calm, trying to get out of the area as the emergency evacuations orders.
You know, this is a case really where it's better safe than sorry, because I think there's always second guessing, and I know sometimes in this coverage, I've had people be critical of saying, well, and I've heard people were critical of Bill Connolly saying, well, he was too early to blame, you know, DWR for what happened, and so some people, you know, are upset about that. And to a degree that's true, but I think there's still many people who are going to maybe even question now, and I don't think it would be right to do so. Some people are going to say, well, maybe we overreacted. I don't think so for a second, but this was apparently Corey Honey's decision, and he decided to err on the side of caution. I don't think anybody's going to question that. The issue, though, now is, when will these people be allowed to return to their homes? We're talking about a weather system that's going to be coming in on Wednesday that's going to make these levels go, and I think the last count at I believe at 7 o'clock it was like 901.
Yeah, and the guys they're waiting for it to update.
At it right now, we're going to get those updated numbers, but if it depends on how much rain there is. If there's going to be more snow melt that's going to come down, are we going to see even? Is this thing going to continue? And I think we could maybe find out from Jeremy Linder over in the First Alert Weather Center. I think we're already looking ahead to the next couple of days, because we have some dry weather, Jeremy, if I'm right, for a few more days. But then Wednesday, what are we in store for?
Yeah, Jerry, while it's been really nice today and yesterday, by Wednesday, it's all going to change with our next storm system quickly approaching, and that's going to bring more rainfall. Meteorologist Rob Elvington right now is in the First Alert Weather Center trying to gather some of the numbers of exactly how much rainfall we're expecting. But we do have an update coming from Lake Oroville as far as the level of the lake. We are now just 0.02 feet from that 901 foot mark where the emergency spillway is. So we're just above that. It's gradually been dropping, but we're still seeing a little uncontrolled water actually working its way up and over the spillway. But like we heard earlier from the Department of Water Resources, it needs to drop even more. Help to get some of that pressure. We're also still seeing a light east to southeast wind in the Oroville area. So the wind driven could help actually some waves breach that emergency spillway and continue to see some water work its way down even after we dip below 901 feet. We're still well above average. In fact, 16,000 acre feet of water is where we're above for total capacity. So still well over 100%. We're still keeping an eye on the potential for some flooding. Flash flood warning still in effect through 4:15 tomorrow afternoon for the areas highlighted in red. I want to point out some of the key areas. That includes Gridley, East Biggs, Palermo, Oroville, Thermalita as well. We're going to continue to watch for this potential. Like Jerry mentioned, we just have a whole nother system working its way through. So here's Oroville, here's the Feather River, there's the dam. All of this water is going to be quickly moving its way through from the dam down the river. And as it works its way in, it's going to look for the lowest possible spot, and that's where the water is going to go. So quickly things are going to spread out from there. That's where the majority of our flooding will start. But then it's going to creep as the water continues to flow. It's 1,000 cubic feet per second is what we're seeing the outflows right now. But we're also still seeing some snow melt. We mentioned earlier with the nice weather we've had today, that continues going into tomorrow. So we're going to continue to keep an eye on this potential. We're not the only ones, though. The entire North State is looking for that potential for flooding. We have an overall small stream flood warning still in effect through 9:15 Monday, and then all eyes will go back to that as we head with that next system by Wednesday. So quick update with our threat tracker, still in the medium category for tomorrow because of the river levels being very high. By Tuesday, we'll continue to see those start to drop. We'll keep an eye on if we need to bump that up or not. But then Wednesday, even though we're low right now, by Wednesday night, that's the time framing of the next system, and that's going to bring a lot more rainfall back into the North State, not only for the valley, but the mountains as well. Jerry, Brent?
If I could ask Jeremy a question, and I don't want to play stump the weather forecaster, that's not my intent, but is there a way to